Hi all, welcome back to my Let's Play of Oblivion. We are continuing right where we left off, completing the Arrow of Extrication quest for the Thieves Guild. We seem to be gathering some components for something, we don't quite know what, although the Grey Fox did mention something about the Imperial Palace, so I imagine it's got something to do with that, but we'll have to wait and see. I only vaguely remember what happened, so it's not even like I'm holding spoilers from you. It's the fact that I can't remember myself. But no, I'll settle in and do a bit of Thieves Guild today. We'll get these this quest line close to finished up. We are currently, to get the Arrow of Extrication, home invading a mage of Breville, who apparently holds this in his own personal collection. It's been one of the unique, I say unique, there's another one exactly the same, but one of two now Thieves Guild quests that allows us to kill people, which is explicitly forbidden. In earlier conversations with Thieves Guild members. We're actually okay at stealth now as well. Oh, that was fun. It's a bit of a brutal thing to say was fun, but just knocking them down. Oh. Shh. We're not quite at that level yet. Not quite at the level where we can take out Daedra without being spotted. But there we go. So, we find ourselves at a wizard's tower, which I'm going to assume is the wizard's tower we want to be in for this arrow. Although I'm not sure if you will keep it outdoors. I know if it was me, I'd be tempted to hide these things in a bit of a safer location, maybe. So, oh, I'm imagining this is our guy. Because he's wearing slightly nice armour. But we're going to be in a position where we need to get some heals off here. I've always enjoyed the idea of conjuring. And it's explicitly in this game, it's not like you're pulling something out of midair. It's, you know, you're bringing it in from the Daedric realm. So he's got a Daedric axe there that he's conjured in. And he's having to recast it each time it runs out. Which is cool that the enemies are dictated by the same rules you are. But it's also, you know, how they bring minions into the realm. I suppose the only place where it gets a bit funky is, I think, the necromantic powers fall under conjuring as well. Which doesn't necessarily line up to the same logic we were just using for pulling Daedric weapons out. But it seems like a cool spell set, definitely. So, it's not giving me any update on the quest thing below. So I wonder if it's a particularly well hidden arrow. I do find it weird that it's here, of all places. Just in a chest, which feels like in a place in the middle of the open. I mean, hey, if you want to keep your stuff in places like this, I suppose it's technically secure. At the end of the day, it's not been the easiest quest to get here. And he has sort of hidden it behind a locked door or two, so okay, I get it. Just maybe not where I would hide it. I found a key-shaped arrowhead, but not the whole arrow. This must be what the Grey Fox is looking for, at least close as I'm going to get. I should take it to him. I do want to, wherever we're going, which is Coral, I believe. I always look at Shaden Hall. I need to make sure to repair my stuff as well, because we've not done that for a little while. And we're going to get caught in the open with no gear if we're not careful. Yes, he's here. Can't you see him? Hello.
I've been waiting.
Arrow of the of Extrication.
Do you have the Arrow of Extrication?
I only have the arrowhead.
I'd hoped for the whole arrow, but that is not your fault. I will have to have it repaired. This arrowhead advances my plan to... never mind. I may have need of you again in the near future if my plans hold. Here is your reward. I am also promoting you to Master Thief in the Thieves Guild. Fathis Ools of the Imperial City will be your new fence.
Very good.
Shadow Hide.
So I'm going to do the typical thing that we do in between Thieves Guild quests now, or what's become the typical thing, and go and have a nap. As a reward for, completing a difficult quest. But it's also the way we'll get our next quest. Which, I imagine, if we are being promoted to Master Thief, there's not too many higher ranks, so we can't be too far from the end. The Grey Fox may be contacting me soon. I imagine he'll be contacting me when I wait. Let's do 24 hours. I was expecting him to contact me after that, but I think I needed to wait a little bit for that last quest box to pop up. I wonder what the first game to have waiting mechanics were, because they're pretty common now. I suppose when everything has a timed world, you have to have the ability to wait with ease. No one comes.
I have another message from the Grey Fox.
Hello, Muse.
You must be very important.
What is the message?
The Grey Fox requests a meeting. Please travel to Ganradel's house in Shedenhall.
It is cool that this is how you get quests. Someone you wait around. You wait for them to come to you. You don't go to them. I quite like that. Again, it sort of builds on the mystique of the Thieves Guild that we were talking about last session. I suppose you have a similar thing with the Dark Brotherhood as well. They contact you. You don't contact them. It's not like the Thieves Guild, where the Fighters Guild, where you just walk into the right place and go, "Hi, I'd like to wield a sword, please." You kind of have to already be. You have to. Getting into it is a bit of a challenge itself. Which actually, the opposite is true in Morrowind, and I like that also. I like the fact that for the Morag Tong, you have to go into a building and talk to someone and be like, I would like my assassination permit, please. Oh, this is cool. I didn't realise there was domestic dogs. Hello.
We have much to discuss.
I'm eager to hear your plan.
Further use of Sevilla's stone has revealed that I need another special item to move forward with my plans. I need the boots of Spingheel Jack. He is a famous thief that died some 300 years ago. Legend has it that he was buried with his boots on. Find out where Spingheel Jack is buried and bring me back those boots. Will you do this for me? It pays well.
I am ready.
Capital. The Earl of Imbil is the only descendant of his line that I've been able to locate. His name is Jokbin, and he lives somewhere in the Imperial City. There might be a clue in the Earl's house.
I distinctly remember this questline.
Shadow Hide.
It sticks in my head. I think I want to go to the Market District. That feels like the best place for picking up information. There's nothing in-game saying that that's true. It just feels like the best place. Here's one of my information nodes.
One more call.
Finding Jokbin.
Open Hill. The Earl of Imbil has a home in the Talus Plaza on the inner wall. He's an odd one. Keeps to himself, mostly. Only goes out after dark. A real night owl.
I wonder what this clue means.
Blessings of the shadow upon you.
I can't remember where she said. Was it Talus Plaza? I think the Imperial City is the one place I disagree with having all of these transport nodes. And I say that and I use them. I should just walk between them. But it's not so big as to need all these. I mean, like, in modern days, it'd probably all be one area. Or maybe not. They might want to keep the detail up or something. Do a save. And open the door. I remember the lockpicking game being harder for some reason. I don't know if we're just getting like low, we're decent enough level where we're given like enough chances, but or if it's easier on mouse and keyboard perhaps. Or I'm just a much better gamer than I used to be. He says this after breaking the most picks he ever has on any lock. As with talking into a microphone and doing anything, the hubris always catches up with you in the end. There we go. Right. He only goes out at night, that's good. We're here at the right time then. But I can't remember where we need to go, so I'm going to try upstairs. I think this is the only private quarters like this as well. Like with the trapdoor on the ceiling type thing. It might be true of all these houses, but like again, I remember this being quite distinct in my head. Oh, hello. You can tell I've definitely leveled up Sneak a couple of times. I thought he went out at night. Is there anywhere I can sort of look around, or do I need to go through here? I'm going to brute force it for a second, just in case it is up here that I need. I say brute force it, but my sneak is actually good enough to do this at this stage. I found a book of Imbel family genealogy. No mention of Spingheel Jack's burial location. Maybe the Earl himself can tell me with a little friendly persuasion.
What do you want? I'll do anything you ask.
Okay, where's Spingheel Jack's tomb?
Take everything, just spare me.
Just answer my question.
The family crypts are under the house. They give me the creeps. I have the key. Take it. Just don't hurt me.
I wonder what's going on here.
I'm still alive.
Nothing, I'm sure. One hell of a crypt. I wasn't expecting something like this under the Imperial City. I thought it was just going to be like I keep my uncle's dead body in my basement or something. Oh, it's all kicking off. So we got into a big old fight with a lot of vampires. Which I wonder if that might be telling. Wink, wink, nod, nod. The big thing I've noticed I need to do, I think, to be able to continue with my fighting, and the thing that's sort of holding me back at the moment, I need to invest in some of this excess... Oh, am I over encumbered? Oh, I am. Revenue or capital into healing potions, and a lot of them. It was my favourite tactic in Fallout 3, or it's the one that made like the most sense to me, was getting... Are they called stim packs in that? I think they're called stim packs. And just basically, for the first probably 10, 20 hours of that game, investing all my money in... all excess money in stim packs and ammunition, because they're like the two resources that you can run out of relatively easy. and just basically make it mean I'm set for life. But it does mean when you get into like a harder fight that you're struggling with, you can just hotkey stimpaks to whatever button, 3 or 4 or whatever, and just be smashing that button when you're in a fight. And it just, basically makes you spend money to heal. Just one resource for another. I think I've cleared most of this out now, just by getting into one huge fight. But I'm going to be on the cautious side because I'm low on resources after being very much in the middle of the last couple of fights. As a stealth archer should be. Man, I miss the perk system actually. That was the big thing that changes in Skyrim, or one of the big things is as you level up in Blade, for instance, or One-Handed I think is in Skyrim. There's a whole host of perks that you can select from to kind of develop your character further. The boots were not in the tomb of Spingheel Jack. I did find a diary though. Maybe it can provide a clue. Ring, diary. I knew a man who was a great thief. He dared steal from Nocturnal herself. How odd that I cannot seem to recall his name. I think we were friends, but I'm not certain. In 3 days I will venture into Jaren's crypt. Grave robbing alone is dangerous. Maybe I should try to find a partner. Didn't I once know a great thief? I begin this second entry in the second volume of my diary on a momentous day. Actually, it is night. The night when my second life begins. It will be forever night for me. I have become one of the children of the night, a son to the mother wolf and brother to the bat. I am Nosferatu, a vampire. Tonight is the first night of the rest of eternity. I rediscovered this diary today. It has been 13 years since I last wrote in it. With an eternity before and blood hunger ever pulsing in my veins, there is little urgency for diaries, or much of anything. Amelia is calling to me. I must go. Has it really been 89 years since I last wrote? The pages are getting fragile. I have rediscovered purpose, though it nearly took a century. I have finally gained some measure of control over my blood frenzy. I think I will try to establish a life amongst the living in one of their great cities. I had forgotten about this diary. I keep constantly forgetting about this diary. I had forgotten about this diary. I won't bother to calculate how many decades it has been since I last wrote in it. The cattle of this city know me as Jackman, Earl of Imbel. Centuries ago I knew myself as Spingheel Jack, the famous thief. I seem to recall having a famous partner, but his name escapes me no matter. I have grown beyond friends and partners. I rule the night here in the city. He is the night. Yeah, I thought this was going to happen. So, this is Jackman, who is Spingheel Jack. Which I think that's actually quite a cool twist. And it works quite well in the fact that it does signal it, it's not hidden. You look at his face and you can see that he is a vampire. And you come down into the crypt and the main enemy you're fighting just happen to be hordes of vampires. So there's pointers there before you get to that diary. I have to say his writing style was awful. It was all one sentences. Oh, come on. He's proving harder than I thought he was going to be. When I first started hitting him and his health was going down so quickly, I thought, ooh, we might, have an easy fight here. But no. Boots of Spingheel Jack. Fortify acrobatics, 50 points on self. I have the boots. These are great, by the way. I remember showing my friend this game. And I had the boots of Spingheel Jack. And they allow you to do something that's quite goofy. Which I'll show you in a second. But when he saw it, it was because he was really into Fallout. We both were. And I got into Oblivion. And I was showing it him. And I showed him this in a second. And he was like, oh, this game looks awful. And I think discounted it. Which is fair enough because it looks very silly. See how high you can jump? Oh, I'm naked. But it means you can do this. Which, it looks stupid, I know. Yeah, and I think he saw that and went, what on earth is this game? It's a very good game. It just looks silly. We need to get some of our stuff repaired. Okay. Let's go see Grey Fox, get this turned in. And then we'll make sure to get our stuff all fully repaired and levelled and have a bit of a downtime before the start of next session. I do love the boots of Spingheel, Jack. You do, yeah. I'll go into it when it comes to it. Hello, Grey Fox.
I assume you found Spingheel Jack's tomb.
Boots of Spingheel Jack.
Do you have the boots?
Here are the boots.
Capital. This may be the last piece of the puzzle. I need to spend more time with Sevilla's stone first. I am truly indebted to you. If all goes well, I may call upon you for one last task. The danger will be great, but the reward will be greater. For now, here is your reward. Let us leave Gondredal's house and go our separate ways. We have overstayed our welcome.
He's very concerned about hospitality. Yeah, there's my 1,000 gold. Already turned in. Yeah, this keeps popping up for some reason. It did last time. Anyhow, that is going to be it for today. Thank you for watching. You'll have to join me next time for the exciting finale of the Thieves Guild, where we will do whatever the Grey Fox tells us to, because this isn't a game with choices in it, which is no problem. Well, it does have choices, but there's no dialogue options. I can't choose to be certain things. The choices are more meta. Yeah, I should stop. Thank you for watching. My name's been Billy. If you enjoyed the video, do the liking, do the subscribing, do the commenting down below. Thank you, and goodbye.